Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. You guys, I'm so sorry about that. Had a phone call. So anywho, I'm back at it. Hope everybody had a blessed day. Hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Being safe out there because y'all, a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on. Be careful if you're driving. I want to say that because you got a lot of people out and about even still. So, yep. Apologize for the delay. But this is just a girls chat, just so y'all know. Wasn't here for readings. I still have content to post. So y'all, I apologize. I swear, every time I get ready to go live, it's like everybody wants to call me, and I'm like, bruh, like, hey, love. Yeah, for whatever reason, my service was interrupted, so sorry about that. But this is a girls' chat. For whatever reason, it had just stopped streaming. But for those who are making plans for the holidays, please be safe, you guys. Hope you enjoy your time with your families. There was another reader that I was watching. She's a really, really good reader. I have purchased many of her decks. And that's the motivation for the girls chat tonight. Also based on my own personal experiences recently. Like, there's just been a lot of fake ass people around me, including family members. People that really you don't hear from, you don't see them, they don't call you to check on you until this time of year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, oh the holidays run around. People want to be involved, and it's like, for what? Like, why are you here now? So I just wanted to talk about that. Also, trusting your intuition. Mainly trusting your intuition. Like, if you have a gut feeling about someone or something, you're probably right 9 times out of 10. So, just wanted to state that. Y'all, my connection has been poor, so you might not get a notification. You might not. You might not get a notification because YouTube was glitching for a second. So hopefully it's not gonna fail. Anywho, with that being said, be aware of your inner circle. Be aware of the people who really truly do love you and support you. People who call or text to check on you, see how you're doing, that genuinely show love and support for you, whether, they support your business or they just, they interact with you regularly. They're not trying to throw shade at you by posting memes or posting different content or whatever. They're minding their business, doing their thing, but they support you in what you do. But they're not judging you for how you do what you do, and they're not trying to steal your ideas or copy your work. Because at the end of the day, there's only one you, and there will never be another person like you. So be aware of people who they come in the name of love and light, right? Namaste. But they really are there to cause division. Like I said, feed off of your creativity, steal your ideas so they can try and implement it somewhere else, see what money they can get from you, see what services they can get from you, or talk shit about you behind your back. Beware of those types of people. Or they only call, they'll say, oh, I'm just calling to see how you're doing, but then they'll start asking all these personal questions. Be careful of who you give information to because it can be used against you later. Like sharing this information or sharing that information, because there are a lot of people out there who are two-faced. They really don't care about you and they don't have your best interest at heart. So beware of those type of sneaky, manipulative type of individuals that only want, they only have one purpose. They're there to cause whatever type of division, right? Get in your business so they can go back and gossip about it with family or friends or, talk shit on Instagram, YouTube, whatever platform they choose to use, Facebook. And they really don't support you. They really don't care about you. But also, this is segueing into self-care, which I informed everyone the last live that we would talk more about, which brings me to this session of trusting your intuition, right? If you have a gut feeling, like I said earlier, if you have a gut feeling that someone is, they're just, their energy, it's not right, you can't vibe with it, you don't resonate with them, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Why keep going to a reader that you don't resonate with? Yes, trust your intuition. Why keep going to readers you don't resonate with? You're not going to resonate with every reader, right? Why, if you're a reader, why have followers that you can't trust? Why have people on your channel that you don't trust? Why read for people that you can pick up their energy and it's not a good energy? Send it back. Send it back. Refund it. Don't entertain it because it's going to mess up your energy. A lesson I've had to learn myself. Like sometimes I feel like we try to give people, the benefit of the doubt, the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, well, maybe she's really not like that, or maybe he's really not like that. No, boo, he's really like that, or she's really like that. They're really about that life. Like, people who come in and they bring all kinds of drama or negativity or aggressive energy, or every time you talk to this person, they want to pry, they want to ask personal questions. They're not really there because they're concerned about you. They're there to see what information they can get so they can go run back and tell it to somebody else. Or, oh, I see she's doing that now. Let me start doing that on my channel. And I'm not saying that people can't be inspired or motivated, but there's a difference between being inspired, motivated, and literally trying to copy or replicate what somebody else is doing. There's a difference. There's a difference between saying, I'm calling my mom to check and see how she's doing, making sure she's okay, versus I'm calling my mom to see, oh, where is she at? Who is she with? What's going on? So I can go back and call my sister and be like, oh yeah, did you hear mom was doing this? Like, no. Beware of that type of energy, or my cousin, or my aunt, or my grandmother, whoever the person is. Beware of fake people because they surround us. And a lot of those people are users. And when I say users, they can drain your energy, they can drain your bank account. Whatever they're draining, beware of it. Because they'll smile in your face and behind your back, there's something else going on. So trust your intuition. If you feel something is up, that's just like, I don't know if y'all ever had this experience, but I have. You're going somewhere, right? And all of a sudden you take, exactly, Casey, all of a sudden you take a different route because you just felt guided to take a different route. There was a reason you felt guided to take a different route, right? Because the universe was trying to protect you from something. Like, don't go down this street. We know you normally go down this street. Go down this street because lo and behold, there's a store being robbed down this street. Or lo and behold, there was a shooting that took place on this street. Just in a nick of time for you to redirect yourself. So that's why I'm saying trust your intuition, trust your gut. How many times have you said to yourself, you know what, I really feel like A, B, or C. And A, B, or C is exactly what ends up happening. Intuition. You could feel it happening or about to happen before it even happened. That's why I say trust your intuition. It 9 times out of 10 can lead you out of very dangerous or harmful situations. Not only that, but it's going to have you protect yourself. Go through your list of followers. If you have an IG account, go through your list of subscribers. If you have a YouTube account and you have, a following, go through and see who's following you. See who's following you. Do you know those people? Why are they following you? You see what I'm saying? Like, just go through and find out, like, what is the intent here? Like, what is the intent? Like, people who come to me for readings or they book a personal reading, I can intuitively feel their intent. Like, what are you hoping to gain from me? Like, you're wanting me to tell you what you want to hear. That's not going to happen, and I'm going to go ahead and refund you because I'm going to be honest about what I see in the cards. That's what I'm there to do, point blank, period. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. Oh yeah, this is a 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups situation. Yeah. Seeing names, exactly, Casey. Certain names, places, things can be triggers. Pay attention to how you're triggered when a certain person pops up. Just like when a certain person calls you, you just see their name pop up on your phone and you automatically feel a certain way. Your intuition starts to kick in. Pay attention to that feeling. That feeling is not there for no reason. If you feel a very heavy energy, if you feel like really, really anxious, short of breath, right, you start shaking, that's an indication that that's not the type of energy that you want vibing with your energy, right? So you do well to block and delete that individual because it's an energy, what they call an energy interference. So just pay attention, even when you're around people, who you allow into your home. If you go to visit family or whatever for the holidays, be mindful of the people you're around and who you allow around your children, especially if you're parents. Because children are also very highly sensitive to other people's energies too. And then you wonder, well, where did he get that from? Where did she pick that up from? Oh, well, when we went to grandma's for Thanksgiving. Pay attention to the people that you're around or you surround yourself with, because your environment is critical in how you interact energetically with other people. So be aware of it. Who's in your energy? Don't just trust anybody. Everybody is not to be trusted. And I know sometimes, like I said, we want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but everybody does not deserve the benefit of the doubt. Trust me. Some people, especially, y'all know I hate to use the N word, narcissist, but case in point, right? You can never trust a narcissist. A full-blown narcissist cannot be trusted. Because at the end of the day, the only person they're concerned about is who? Themselves. So be aware, like Casey said, be aware of who you surround yourself with, the type of energy you're around. Toxic people tend to talk about themselves a lot. They tend to talk about themselves a lot. They brag about their accomplishments. They want everybody to know how good they are, how great of a Christian they are, how God-fearing they are. And those be the very people that turn around and backstab you, talk shit about you, lie to your face. Beware of those type of people because they come to you in sheep's clothing. Really, it's a wolf, y'all. It's a wolf. Pay attention to those people. They're better than everybody else. They do no wrong. They can't take constructive criticism because, believe it or not, that's what tarot is all about. Tarot is guidance. It's guidance. It's there to show us a part of ourselves, the energy that surrounds us, and what we can do to improve, to do better, and if we're doing great, how we can become greater. But if we don't accept the messages, then what's the point of going to a reader, right? Another thing, if you keep getting reoccurring messages from every reader that you bounce to, that's a message for you specifically. Pay attention. It's not coming up for no reason. Again, be aware of that as well. Some readers, I'm not going to call people out. I'm not going to do that. But some readers are not gifted. They're there to be gifted. They're there for the money. That's exactly what they're there for. If you find yourself, like I said, trust your intuition. I can't tell you what to do. But if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, damn, I don't feel like this reading resonated with me at all. I didn't gain any type of clarity. There was no advice moving forward. I feel just as lost as I did before this reading. Ask yourself, why am I going to this reader? Why am I going to this reader? What am I gaining? How am I improving myself or my situation? That's a question to ask. why am I going to this person? Not only that, but when you hop from reader to reader to reader, you're picking up energies. So be careful, because there's energies out there in the atmosphere, and not all energy is good energy. So be careful of it. Be careful of it. Some people, hey Leon, welcome back. So good to see you. Some people carry negative energies with them, and you will feel it. So be careful of who you allow in your energy, because even when you go to a reader or you book a reading with someone, you're allowing that person into your energy as well, into your space. So be aware of it, you know? Be aware of it, because I literally, like, I had that experience where I thought there was a reader that we did, Casey, we did. I thought there was a reader that was very supportive of me, and I'm not gonna say any names. Hey Leon, definitely sending love and light your way. I thought this particular reader was supportive, and come to find out, she had been watching my channel so that she can glean ideas from me and start using it in her work. Needless to say, all of a sudden she disappears. Haven't seen or heard from her. I know she's still posting content. I know that much. Haven't seen or heard from her, just disappeared. So it's like, be careful of those types of people, or they're constantly bombarding you with, oh, well, come buy this for me, or purchase this for me, or purchase these, or buy these, you know, that type of thing. Like I said again, for me personally, tarot is something that I do from the heart. It's something that I enjoy doing tarot, and secondly, I feel like it's a calling for me, like it's something that I'm truly gifted at doing. And if I can be a blessing to another person and help give them guidance or advice moving forward in a situation, I will do so. If there's a question that I just simply don't know the answer to, I'm going to be honest and tell you that. And if you've made a donation or you paid for something on my website, I'm going to refund you for it, because it's not fair. It's not a fair energy exchange if you have left my energetic field and you don't, exactly, Casey, always pure intentions. It's not a fair energy exchange if you've left me feeling empty. If I haven't provided you with some type of clarity or insight or guidance moving forward, if you don't feel that, then what's the point? You see what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's not about that. At the end of the day, I want to see my people, viewers, subscribers, followers, whoever the people are that are in my energy, I want you to have the best possible outcome in whatever you set your hand to do, right? Truly. So if I know that I failed in some type of way to provide you with what you're looking for or the answer you're seeking, I'm going to tell you, I may not be the reader for you. You may not resonate with me, and that's okay. You're not going to resonate with every reader, and that's okay. That's why there's hundreds of other readers out there. And I'm going to send you love and blessings and send you on your way, right? Because every channel is not for every person. But like I said, be aware of the people that you're drawn to. And, the readers that are all out for views and this type of thing, and they draw people in with drama, fictitious situations, soap opera type of stuff, like it can be real life type of stuff, but it's literally like watching a soap opera, like As the World Turns or The Young and the Restless. Like, it's literally like watching that type of saga unfold. And it's like, tarot is not about that. Tarot is not about third-party situations, and not saying that people don't have third-party situations. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when it becomes a fixation or an obsession, let's find out about the karmic. Well, what's going on between the DM and the karmic? Tell me would that be of a imperative concern for a reader? Why is that for some readers what they focus on, instead of focusing on giving the person who's asking the question, okay, here's the advice here in this situation. Yes, your DM may have a third party situation, but here's how you can handle this situation. Focus on yourself, remove yourself from that situation, and focus on you until he makes a decision, right? Because he's a grown up, until he decides he's ready to leave that karmic situation, right? The truth, the factual truth. A lot of readers don't tell the truth. And I'm just being honest, like a lot of readers don't tell the truth. So they rather sugarcoat things and they rather sugarcoat things instead of being honest with the people who come to them. Well, he's going to come back. He's going to come back for you. How is that possible when he has 3 children and 1 on the way with his karmic? You see what I'm saying? How is that feasible? And they've been married for 10 years. But he met you on the side. Make it make sense to me. Because a part of tarot is logic. Tarot makes sense. It makes sense. So a part of it is like, oh, I'm seeing this. And sometimes readers will make stuff fit. You can't force something that doesn't fit, right? You can't force a square into a circle. It's just not going to work. So those are also things to keep in mind when you're going to different readers and you're asking different questions. Like Casey said, what are the intentions here? Am I asking with the intent to argue or debate with this reader? Or am I asking, exactly. The tarot makes sense. It does. It makes sense. Am I asking for clarity or am I asking to be an ass? Am I asking to fight because deep down inside my ego, I want my ego to be stroked because my ego says he's going to choose me over her because I feel like I'm the better choice. I'm the better option. So if you don't tell me that that's what you see in the cards, then I'm just going to go to another reader. Okay, fine, then you do that. But if the cards tell me 10 of Swords, Tower, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, I'm going to tell you what I see. Right? I'm going to tell you what I see. That's what I'm going to do. Right? I can't sugarcoat the truth. That's what I can't do. Or the cards tell me, you're asking me, well, what's the advice here in this situation? He hasn't spoken to me. My DM hasn't spoken to me in 5 days, or he hasn't spoken to me since this morning. And I've been calling him and I've been texting him. I came over to his house, right? And then the tarot gives me a 4 of Swords. I'm going to say you need to leave him alone. Give him some peace and go your way, right? I mean, it's common sense. Because like I said, tarot picks up energies. It picks up surrounding energies. Or this didn't happen exactly when you said it was going to happen. And let's say a reader says, oh, well, possibly a week or so from now, this person could reach out, Right, Casey? Maybe he's taking a nap. But here's the thing. The Queen of Cups shows up. So here's your energy. Are you being clingy? Are you being overly needy? Codependent? A lot of people get offended when you tell them that they're codependent. But if you're codependent, own it. We've all been there. I've been codependent before. And it's something I had to grow out of. I had to learn how to love myself enough to stop being fixated on what someone else is doing or not doing. As a matter of fact, I'm very thankful that I've outgrown my codependency to the point where, right, Leon, that I've outgrown it to where I'm so busy now in this day, in 2020, I'm so busy that my DM has to text me and say, are you available? That's never happened to me before. And I'm like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I got caught up. I was editing videos, I was making thumbnails, I was adding stuff to my Etsy shop. Like, I have so much stuff going on, or I had to stay late for work. Like, I'm not fixated. This is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I'm not fixated on the journey, the twin flame journey. I'm not fixated on it because it doesn't run my life. Yes, are there twin flame relationships? Yes. Do you have a soulmate? Yes. Is it the end of the world? No. Does life still go on? Yes. Right? It doesn't have to be an obsession. And I feel like I said, tarot is there, which is why sometimes I take a break from tarot. Because a lot of people become addicted to it. It's an obsession for some people. You can love something without being obsessed over it. You can love someone, but you don't want to be obsessed with it because the obsession can become toxic. You know, when you're like, how can I compare this? It's almost like, I love strawberries, y'all. I love strawberries, anything strawberry. But if I'm eating strawberries 20 times a day, I don't think it's going to be healthy for me. You see what I'm saying? Because now I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the strawberries. And that's not good, right? Strawberries, because here's the thing. Strawberries do have healthy benefits, right? Just like kale, just like blueberries. But if I become obsessed with one thing, it's no longer beneficial. It's too much, right? Which is why, how can I liken this? It's almost like if you take a multivitamin. For those of you who take vitamins, exactly. For those of you who take vitamins, if you put too much vitamin C in, you're going to feel it. Because it's not going to settle well with your stomach. Because you're doing too much. Your body's like, hey, you're doing too much. You got to chill on the vitamin C, ma'am, but you need to up that zinc. You need to up that iron. It's got to kind of be balanced. You know what I mean? So don't over obsess yourself with your DF or your DM. Yes, thank you, Leon. Yeah, you don't want to you just don't want to overdo it. That's the thing. You don't want to overdo it. So, you know, keep that in mind when it comes to anything, a relationship, a project, you're setting up a website. Take your time. Like, you don't want to overdo it, like Leon said. You don't want to overdo it. You want to take your time because you want to make sure it's done right and you're satisfied. You're satisfied. I'm satisfied with the outcome of my work, right? Time and effort and energy. I feel like that's the biggest lesson that Spirit has been giving me lately is to be patient. To be patient, to wait, and to trust my intuition. Don't second guess it, trust it. It's my lesson, right? Because I know some of y'all are great at being patient. That is something I admire, like being extremely patient and just allowing things to, you know. Exactly, Casey. The tarot is not going to predict everything for you. Let's just talk about that for a second. Tarot is not there to tell you every step of the way of what's going to happen. People asking, well, what's going to happen in my date tonight? Well, that depends on how your date feels about you. He may want to take you to the bar. He may want to buy you a few drinks. Hell, he may buy you a filet mignon. It just depends on maybe what's in his pocket at the time, how he's feeling, what's on the menu. We don't know all the details, and the tarot's not going to tell me all the details. You see what I'm saying? Y'all may have to catch an Uber to get back on the other side of town, to get back to his condo on the 5th floor. Like, we don't know all the details, and tarot's not going to tell us that. But what tarot will tell us is the current energy surrounding you and him together, the connection. Maybe what the energies are towards you as far as his intentions or what he's thinking or could possibly be thinking. It's a possible outcome. Thank you, Leon. So it's, you know what I mean? It's a possible outcome. Tarot is not going to be like, it's not going to tell you what to do. It's, again, it's guidance. It's guidance. You know, it's energies. Like Casey said, it's energy surrounding the situation. So keep that in mind, right? When you're watching readers, when you're watching videos. I've had the question about the sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Some readings may resonate more with you than others, depending on what's in your natal chart. If you don't know your natal chart, there are websites that will explain to you. You put in your date of birth, the time of birth, if you have it, in place of birth, and it kind of helps you get an idea of what's in your natal chart. So you can kind of see, because each sign, astrological sign in your chart plays a role in how you interact with people, your emotional self, how you are in regards to love and relationships. They all govern different aspects of you. So that's something to check out if you're not familiar with your natal chart. I encourage you to do it. I want to say, y'all, don't quote me. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know if you know. I think it's Astrology Cafe. I think that's the website. I haven't done it in a while, so I don't remember. But for those who are unfamiliar with checking your natal chart, I believe that's one website you can go to check it out. I know there's some others. Thank you, Aisha. Yeah, there's some others that will help you see what's in your natal chart so you can find which readings resonate better for you. But I just wanted to get on really quick and talk about that. Beware of fake people. It doesn't matter who it is, friends, family, readers, followers. Beware of fake people who say they support you, but they don't. Beware of that. A part of your self-care as well is blocking and deleting people, removing them from your energy. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if it's a friend. For whatever reason, transitioning from Scorpio into Sagittarius season, I've had to cut a lot of people off. A lot of people, including family. I've had to cut them off because I literally can see their true intentions towards me, and it's not well. So I've had to distance myself from some people, block some people, delete some people, because I don't need that unhealthy, toxic energy in my field, because I want to be great at what I do for the people who do support me, who do truly care about me. Thank you, Casey. So for those of you who are wondering about your natal chart, Casey just posted the link so you can go there. All right. I think that was pretty much it, y'all. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Let's see, what is today? Oh, y'all, we will be live Friday night, so be here. Okay, I'll try to do the live a little bit early, just because, maybe 6. Casey, that's 7 o'clock your time, isn't it? Thank you, Leon. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I may try to do it about 5:30ish. 5:30ish, because I'm off this Friday. Woo! I haven't actually had a Friday off from work in 1,000 years. Okay, I'm being dramatic. I'm being a little bit dramatic. So I'm super excited to be off work. I don't know, Casey. I know something. I don't know what I know, but I know. So I'm gonna try to be here at 6 o'clock. That's 5:30 Eastern time, right? 6 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So we'll see about 5 o'clock getting on here. Yeah. No name. Hey, love, and welcome back. Thanks for hopping in. Some people are no, I would not, simply because of the energy that they bring. And if it interferes with my peace and my energy, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I can't be productive, and I can't really be in a healthy energy or a healthy space if I'm nervous or if I'm tense, if that makes sense. So no, I wouldn't unblock them. Once I've made my decision, I've made my decision. Point blank, period. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, once I made my decision to block someone, delete someone, remove someone, whatever that decision is, I'm on it. That's like saying, "Oh, do you want to rekindle an ex from 5 years ago?" No, no, we're done. That's a done situation. That chapter's closed. Um, some people are going to show you who they are. Believe them. They show you who they are through their absence and even through their appearance. They're going to show you who they are. Believe them. There's no way around that. And you can feel authentic energy versus fake and manipulative and aggressive energy. And those are the energies that I don't like because I've dealt with them. And it's a very selfish energy. So once I block it, I block it. And like I said, I literally do this with family as well. Like if I feel like there's a family member that only contacts me, which this does happen, they only reach out to me on their birthdays or if they want money. Will do, Leon. Thank you. They want money or exactly, Casey, or they want something from me, information about another family member. This just happened recently because my baby sister is expecting and someone was trying to get a hold of me in my family, and I'm just like, I'm not going to entertain that because I understand and I know what the intent is behind it, and I'm not going to entertain it. Like I choose not to entertain foolery at all. Like there's no sense. I haven't heard from you in all this time. Why are you contacting me now? Right? It's like people's intentions. Like Casey said, it's all about the intentions. Like people who come in my live stream with the bullshit and they'll ask me a question just to make a mockery out of exactly, Casey, just to make a mockery and try to test my intuition or my gifts. Not having it. Blocked. Deleted. If you don't come with pure intentions because you really want to know something, you really want to grow, you really want success, you really want to move forward, then I'm not going to waste my energy. That's how I would answer that. So no. Mm-mm. But I mean, we have to be proactive about right, Casey. We have to be proactive for our own self-care, for our own health, for our own mental health, our own sanity. And I'm just going to say this because I'm just going to throw it out there. There are a lot of people, including tarot readers in the tarot community, who are not mentally well. Beware of that. There are people who are not mentally well. And people are trusting in these readers, paying these readers, whatever the case is. Everybody's not mentally well. So be careful. Just be careful. Right, Casey. Oh no, but people come in to I feel like some people try us because one, they're jealous. Jealousy can cause a lot of issues because when people are jealous of you, they hate to see you successful. Exactly. No name. That literally happened to me. I kid you not. That literally happened to me recently within the past 30 days. You haven't been here, but I've talked about it before in some of my live streams. Exactly, Casey. Some people don't need to be doing tarot. They need to be getting mental assistance. They need to be getting therapy or a psychiatrist. I literally had someone, an ex-coworker of mine, she showed up to my job and I was leery of it. I've always felt this energy from her. It's not a good energy. It always makes me nervous. It always makes me short of breath. I always feel like it's always like my body is in flight or fight. And right. And when you feel that feeling, no name, trust your intuition because it's not going to lie to you. That's exactly the same feeling I felt when this ex-coworker showed up. Because what happened, let me tell you the story, right? Story time. So she had called me about some particular thing that, again, she needed done, which is how the dynamics of our interaction always went. She needed me to do this, that, and that for her. And other than that, she would discard me. She would talk down to me. When she decided to quit the company, she accused me of getting her fired, all kinds of fuckery. So we parted ways, and she had called me being very disrespectful, belligerent, cursing me out. So I blocked her. So I hadn't heard from her in like 2 years, and all of a sudden she pops up and she needs something, right? So she asked me to do a favor, which could have put myself in jeopardy with where I work. And so I just listened, because at this point in my life, I'm in a different space. So I'm listening with the intention of finding out what are her true intentions here. And based on the energy that I was getting from her, it was like, again, I need you for something, but I'm gonna cover that up by saying, oh, I'm just calling to check on you. How have you been? Mind you, it's been 2 years. How have you been? And I also want to apologize for what happened 2 years ago. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So at this point, she had already been blocked, and so I just went ahead and put her back on. She called me from a different number. So I'm like, who is this? Because I normally don't answer people I don't know. So once I realized that it was who it was, you know that saying when you sleep things over and you go back and you think about something and you replay it? It hit me. It was the same intention that the same energy that I've always felt from this particular individual. Manipulative, sneaky, selfish. Those three. Manipulative, sneaky, selfish. So as I replayed the conversation in my mind, I said, no, I don't miss this. I don't want this. Block. So fast forward 30 days later, just last month, she pops up. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that it really hurt me, and I just wanted to ask what happened when you blocked me. And I said, listen, I needed to block you for me. I wasn't ready to confront the situation. I said I didn't want a confrontation, so I just blocked you. That's exactly what I did. Because I'm an honest person. I'm very straightforward. Right, no name. And I specifically told her in her face, I said I blocked you because I didn't want to have to deal with confrontation, because she's a very confrontational type of person. And usually manipulative people are very confrontational, and they're very emotional. So she's like, well, we were friends. And I said, how? Because the entire dynamics of the relationship, I said, I felt as though you only called me because you needed something from me, because that's how it always goes. And she's like, no, I just, I'm so different now. I've changed. She started crying, and there was just this empty feeling that I felt, and I was like, I don't believe anything that she says. Hell, I don't even believe your tears. I don't even think your tears are real at this point. But she's like, can I have a hug? And I'm like, sure, yeah, okay. Whatever, right? And she's like, well, if you ever feel like you want to talk or you want to reach out, you can always reach out to me. And I'm just like, okay, all right. So I felt what I felt, and that was the end of that. But that's what I'm saying. All of that story to say, when you feel something, right, Leon, exactly, right. Right. When you feel something, trust it. Trust that intuition. It doesn't lie. So with that being said, no. If you're blocked, you're blocked. There's a reason. People don't block people People don't cut people off for no reason. There has to be a reason for that, right? Believe it or not, people don't ghost people for no reason. There's a reason behind it. Whatever that reason is, there's a reason behind it. Yeah. You have to trust yourself. Like I said, you have to trust your own intuition. You have to trust that gut feeling. You have that gut feeling for a reason, right? Because I doubted myself at first too, no name, and I was like, well, maybe this person is different now. Maybe she's changed. No, ma'am, no. Mm-mm. I and not to say that they haven't changed, not to say that, but still my energy still to this day, like I said, dealing with her energy, it triggers something. It triggers something. And so it's best for me and to protect my energy for me to just say, no, I'm not dealing with this person. I'm not dealing with this situation. No. Exactly, Casey, exactly. And wishing her all the best and whatever happens in her life, wishing her everything. People can change, no name, but that's your decision, right? Whether or not you want to continue to interact with that person. Like I said, the example before, that's like going back to an ex. They're an ex for a reason. Things didn't work out. Things may have gotten ugly. You see what I'm saying? There's no sense. I mean, we don't go back and get stuff out of the trash because the trash is not going to all of a sudden be repackaged and made new again. It's not going to happen. Now, that trash may be able to be recycled into something else. You see what I'm saying? But it's not going to be made new again. It's not going to be made whole. It's not going to be, you know. Right, Leon. It's not simple. Change is a process. And people do make changes. They do change. Like I said, people do change. But at the same time, I'm still not obligated to, entertain or deal with that person during their changing phase. That's like meeting someone who's broken, right? Someone who's broken, they've been through a lot, they have a lot of toxic energy around them, and we say they're healing, okay? You have one of two options. You can wait for them to heal, or you can move on until they are healed, and when they're healed, then you can entertain the idea. Right, Casey, perfect analogy. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, you have two options. You can go back, dig in the trash, and try to make that package the way it was when you first purchased it out of the grocery store off the shelf, or you can leave it in the trash and allow it to be recycled, be cleansed, go through the process, and be reused for another purpose. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm answering that question, because people do change. The question is, are you going to still entertain them? You just leave them alone. You leave them alone, Leon, or you help them. Yeah, you can change, but it's people change, but it's a choice. You know what I mean? It's a choice. They can choose to do it, and you also on the other end have a choice. Yeah. Send them love, send them healing, wish them the best, right? If they decide to come back to you in a renewed energy and in a healed energy, and if you're willing to, it's exactly. Exactly, Casey. Option 3, you can help them. And that is a great, excellent point, Leon. Thanks for sharing that. Um, exactly. Exactly. When you see it for what it is, you can either accept that and move forward, or you can continue to try to fix something that you can't fix. It's up to that person to fix it. Like I said, it's a choice. So they have to decide, okay, I'm ready to stop being this type of way. I'm ready to stop being selfish, aggressive. I'm ready to stop lying, cheating, whatever the toxic behavior is, they have to make that conscious decision to say, okay, now I'm ready to start my healing process, right? Just like you had to do, I had to do. Okay, I'm ready to stop having this, repetitive cycle of continuously bad relationships, or I'm ready to stop having this cycle of not being abundant and not having my finances where I want them to be. Like, once you decide to take control of your situation and you decide to be the change that you seek, then you can progress, you can move forward. But it's ultimately their decision. Um, like I said, people change. You can forgive them. You can forgive them, but you don't have to entertain them. And that was my point with the two options. You don't have to entertain someone just because they've changed and they're a better person now. Doesn't mean that you have to entertain them. You don't. You have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Some people are better off at a distance because, like I said, it's the energy that they give off to you or that you pick up from them. Like, it's not going to happen, right? That's like me. I've had an ex that was a narcissist. He was the completely god awful individual. Has he changed? I don't know, and neither do I care. Would I ever unblock him? Absolutely not. I don't even care if he did change. You know what I mean? Like, there's just some stuff that's better left where it is. It's better, like Leo Fire said, you see it for what it is, basically. You see it for what it is. You move forward, or you keep allowing it, you keep entertaining it. Those are the two choices. You know better, you do better, or you keep repeating the same cycle. It's this cycle of the analogy of where someone hits you in the face and they say, oh, I'm sorry, no name, I didn't mean to do that. And you say, okay, I forgive you, right? That's the first time they do it. Next week, same person, same thing, hits you in the face. I'm sorry, no name. Are you going to believe them now at this point? Right? You're not going to believe them because they keep doing the same thing. They keep doing the same thing. Can they change? Absolutely. But once they do decide to change, let's say they've been hitting you in the face for 5 weeks and apologizing, right? Week number 6, they decide not to hit you in the face. Are you going to want to still be around them? No. No, because you see what I'm saying? They've had a pattern of hitting you in the face. Make it make sense. Why would I unblock that person? They've been hitting me in the face. Right. Glad I opened your eyes, no name. But it's the things that we allow. It's the things that we allow. But that's the analogy I would give. Like, if somebody keeps coming up to you and they keep committing the same offense and they're apologizing, at some point you're going to be like, wait a minute. Right? This person's toxic, 1. 2, they keep doing the same thing. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. Yeah. Um, I'm very sensitive to energies. Exactly, Casey. Exactly. At one point, you're gonna stop. Yeah. At what point are they gonna stop doing what they've been doing? Right. It's just like parents with children. You know, a parent can say, "Stop jumping on my couch. Stop jumping on my couch," and you tell the child to keep jumping on the couch. If you jump on my couch again, you're gonna get spanking. They keep doing it. They keep doing it, right? Hey, Pure Gold. Welcome, love. Missed you. Missed you. So glad to see you here. And so the parent keeps saying, "Stop jumping on my couch." And they keep doing it, right? And the parent, she keeps threatening, "You're going to get a spanking if you keep jumping on the couch," right? They're not going to believe her. They're not going to take her seriously, right? They keep calling her bluff. "I'm going to see how far I can get to jump on the couch." They're going to keep, she ain't going to do it. She ain't going to do it. Pop in the butt. As soon as they start jumping on the couch. Oh, now mom's changed, right? Guess what? Even after she finally made the change and followed through with what she said she would do, they're going to go right back to jumping on the couch because they've been doing it. She's been letting them get away with it. You see what I'm saying? Even though she's changed, this is my analogy about the change. Even though she's changed and said, "I've had enough. I've told you keep jumping on my couch, you're going to spank it." They're going to keep jumping in the couch because she's been letting them do it all this time. No consequences. So they're free to ride, you know? Right. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Leo Fire. Exactly. Delete it because I can. Because it makes me it protects my energy. It's my self-care. It's my healthy boundary, you know? Yeah, it's my healthy boundary. And part of setting healthy boundaries, I'm going to say, sometimes is blocking people. I'm a tarot reader. Sometimes it's refunding people. Sometimes it's telling people, "You know what? I'm not the reader for you. I'm sorry. Take your energy and go to someone else. I'm not the reader for you because I feel your intentions. I see you. I see your intentions and I see why you're here." You know? Yeah. Thank you, Leo Fire. And that's part of setting healthy boundaries. Sometimes setting healthy boundaries is not answering that aunt who always calls you to gossip about other people in the family. And you have to say, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not going to have that conversation. We're not going to talk about what Aunt Becky did last year at the Christmas party. We're not going to talk about that. That's none of my business." Setting healthy boundaries means standing up for yourself, right? Don't worry, no name. It takes time. I was not always this way. But I had to learn it over time that I have to stand up for myself. Regardless of how many people follow me on Instagram or unfollow me, I'm pretty sure they're probably stalking me now, watching my live chat because they wish they were on my channel. But me protecting my own energy and setting healthy boundaries, I've blocked and deleted people because they don't respect me. You're not a true follower and you don't truly respect me if you can't respect what I stand for, if you can't respect my rules and my simple requests, and you don't respect the people in my circle. If you don't respect them, how can you respect me? And why would I unblock you? And why would I allow you back into my channel? Because you're probably out here spreading all kinds of things, you know. Will do, Leo Fire. Thank you. But they're probably out trying to get to go through their groupies to try to get to me. Let me tell you something right now for those who are watching, it's not going to affect me. I will lose as many subscribers as I need to lose to stand for what I stand for, period. You can unfollow me, you can unsubscribe, you can talk shit on your Instagram. I'll block and delete you there too. I'll block and delete you wherever I need to. Point blank, period. But, that joke's on you. Because who came to who? More than likely, you're the toxic individual and you refuse to acknowledge it. That's the problem. You're the toxic person and you want to make out to everybody else that you're the victim, which is why you feel the need to attack me. Thank you, No Name. Because I'm very sensitive to other people. Very sensitive to other people. But I pick up vibes very well. And I know when people really are for me or they're not. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. A lot of people who go back gossiping or making themselves out to be, oh, well, I can't believe she blocked me. I can't believe she did that. Well, why wouldn't she? When I come into her channel and I feel like I'm entitled. I always need to be the center of attention. Everything's about me, or what's going on with me at school, or what's going on with me and this boy, or what's going on with me and so over here, or what I wear for my birthday. Like, why wouldn't I? It's not about them. It's about everyone. You see what I'm saying here? Don't need that energy. Leo fire. Yeah. And then, there's the other people, like I said. Exactly, No Name. Exactly, Casey. See, you noticed it too. You noticed it too. You know how many people have noticed it? Wow, Leo fire. Wow. The audacity of people. Wow. The audacity of people. Wow. The disrespect. Exactly. Like, it's the disrespect. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to anyone to have that type of energy. Exactly. No Name. Exactly. I'm so sorry, Leo fire. Goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. That's heavy. That's heavy energy. Real talk. That's heavy energy. Yeah. Leo fire, you're very gifted. You're very gifted. And sometimes the energy that you pick up is really heavy. It is. It's heavy. It can be heavy energy. That's why I always stress protecting your energy. All right. Well, definitely sending you love and light, Leo fire. Thank you for hopping in. Much love to you. Yeah. Yeah, No Name, I've always tried to be fair with all of my subscribers, all of my viewers. Yes, prayers to the family. Definitely sending my condolences and my prayers to the family. I've always tried to be fair with people. Like I said, I literally refunded people because I felt like I didn't resonate with that person, and I said it's not a fair energetic exchange for me to accept a donation from someone that I obviously can't help, and maybe I'm not the reader for them, and that's okay. But that's being truthful with myself, right? Everything's not about me. It's not about me. It's about me helping other people, being a blessing to other people. Which, some people don't know how to do. They don't know how to give to other people. A lot of people, common moral behavior such as respect, self-control, honesty, those types of character traits, responsibility, taking responsibility for your actions. A lot of people have not been trained to do that, which is where the toxic behavior comes in. Because a lot of those very people, right, that have been blocked, like I said, they're toxic. They were raised by toxic people. And so they exhibit the exact same toxic behavior that they've tried to escape because they haven't overcome it. Exactly. Because narcissists, Casey, will play the victim. They always play the victim because everything is always about them. It's, well, how dare she do that to me? All I did was try to moderate. All I did was try to be a good moderator. Or all I tried to do was help support her channel. How? When you come in here only to get your reading and you hop out as soon as your reading is over. Tell me, how are you a great moderator? Make it make sense to me. Maybe you started out as a great moderator and then you fell off because why? Oh, your ego. Your ego got attacked. Oh, because there were other moderators that were doing better than you, that were actually doing their job, that were actually supporting the channel, right? And then hop out. Or, oh, I'm busy at the moment, but just when it's time for you to get your reading, right? You pop back in my channel, pop back in my live stream. Hey again, Aquarian Light. This is, in no name, this is what I'm talking about when I say manipulative, sneaky ass behavior. It's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my other subscribers, my viewers. It's not fair. It's not right. And I'm not tolerating it. Which is why certain people have been blocked from my channel. It's not fair. And I shouldn't allow it. And I apologize to all of my viewers and subscribers for allowing the shit to happen in the first place and allowing it to go on as long as it did. Because I should have cut it a long time ago. That's the truth. But like you said, people tend to try to get away with things and they keep trying you. They keep trying you. No matter how much you say to them, no matter how many warnings you give to them, no matter how much advice you give to them, because they feel like they're above it. Oh, that doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. I'm not going to hop in. I'm not going to join the meeting because I already know how to moderate. Nobody asked you if you knew how to moderate. If I tell you we're having a moderators meeting and you're a moderator, then you should bring your ass to the meeting. It's common sense. That's what grown-ups do, right? That's like saying, all supervisors, if I'm a supervisor, would that not apply to me? 1 + 1 is 2. It's common sense. Or, here's the rules. Moderators, please make sure you post the rules. Make sure that you're enforcing the rules in the live stream. It's very simple. It's a very simple request. I don't ask much. Right? In turn, you have free readings from me every live stream. All of my moderators do. On top of the fact that I send all of my moderators gifts. I'm a damn good tarot reader. And I'm not saying that just to be cocky. I take care of my channel. I take care of my subscribers. I take care of my customers. And I work hard to do so. So anybody that comes in and interferes with my channel and my subscribers, I'm going to block and delete them, period. I don't care how they feel about it. Because one, you're an adult. And then it's the way things are said to people. It's the way things are said to people. Exactly, Casey. We're here to support one another. It's the way that things are said to people. You don't tell people, well, you wait until so-and-so goes or put so-and-so first on the list. No, that's not your place. Don't tell so-and-so to go first. You didn't even ask me. It's my channel. Who are you? Who are you calling the shots on my channel? Or telling people, oh, well, I already donated. We don't care that you donated. 5 other people donated before you. Like, this is what I'm saying. But then people will go back and paint out like I'm the bad person. I'm the villain because I no longer want them in my channel. It's because you don't respect rules. There are no boundaries for you. And when things don't go your way, you have a fit, you throw a tantrum just like a child. because you're immature. That's what happens. So then you send other people to try and spy on me and ask questions and see what's going on and pry instead of just growing some balls and emailing me or messaging me and asking what happened. Why am I deleted and blocked? Because I will gladly tell you why. No bars held. But you'd rather play the victim and act depressed and down because that's easier for you to do. Yes, I did. I did, No Name. Because it was too much. It was just too much. You do not. You do not, Aquarian Light. You do not. I do. I do. I told you, I'm a damn good reader. And I can pick up vibes and energies very well. And I've already caught a few spies coming in. I've already caught a few spies coming in. Like I said, I guess they thought it was going to hurt me that they unsubscribed. I could care less. I'd rather you unsubscribe than to be a part of my channel and cause chaos for the rest of my subscribers and viewers, the people who really support my channel. The fact that I had to have other people posting my links to my website and my donations is ridiculous when you've been here since the beginning, so you claim supporting my channel. It's ridiculous. I should never have to do that if you're a moderator and you're doing your job. But we're not going to go there. We're not even going to go there. So, you know, that's why I say trust your intuition. Trust your intuition because it will not lie. If you feel an energy from someone and it's not a pleasant one, block, delete, cut them off. Cut them off. I'm not going to entertain it. Me being an Aquarius, I'm a very non-confrontational type of person, but I've learned that sometimes straightforward confrontation is the best way to handle somebody. Because if I confront you, I'm coming to you with straight facts. They do, No Name. I'm telling you, they do. If I confront you, I'm coming to you with straight facts. Oh, thank you, Pure Gold. Yeah. I've had to recently do some cleansing my channel, cleansing my IG followers. And the funny part is I've doubled followers. For the people that I've lost, I've doubled followers. So, I mean, their attempt to do something didn't work. And it's just like, how do you expect to be blessed when you behave that type of way? Like, it's very immature. And I always notice the people, you know, who claim that, this person is toxic, or I couldn't be with him. He's not my person. He's so immature. He's so toxic. It's the very behavior that they themselves carry around. Very behavior. And so you wonder why you keep repeating toxic cycles? Because you're the problem. The part that people don't want to hear. Let me digress for a second. For those of you who watch Tyler's Tarot, because I do, Tyler cracks me up. So he has this segment where it's called "Let Me Call Your Ass Out." I don't know if y'all have seen it. Cracks me up. So he gets to all the signs and he's like, you know, Tyler claps and he taps the table like, don't tell me no. Don't tell me this is not you because this is what I'm seeing. He's just so straightforward about it. And I'm like, he's right though. Why ask for? He said it's one of his most requested videos. Why request to see the video if you're gonna come at him? Make it make sense. Like, why request to have your ass called out if when he calls you out, you got a problem with what he's saying? He's just telling you straight facts. Like, straight facts. Right? But people are so easily offended when they're told they're in the wrong. They're not the greatest thing since sliced bread. They make mistakes. They're toxic. They're selfish. Like, they don't want to hear that. But it's the truth, though. That's the funny part. Like, it's the truth. But it's almost like people would rather, what's the phrase? They would rather have their ears tickled than to be told straight up facts. And that seems to be the common thing. Like, what is his phrase that always cracks me up? When you become Jesus, let me know, right? Since you're the Holy Mother of God, let us know, Exactly, Casey. Yeah. It's like people would rather you sugarcoat everything. Well, he's not really attracted to you because you're always so busy. No, he's not attracted to you because you come across as a bitch. You complain about everything. Nothing he does makes you happy. You always find fault. You don't dress up. He doesn't want to be with you. Period. That's the truth. But people don't want to hear that part. Well, he just doesn't want to have time. He just doesn't want to spend time with you. No, he's a fuckboy. You need to leave him alone. That's the truth. But people want to hear, well, you guys are going to have the 10 of Cups and he's going to propose and you guys are going to be together forever. Since when have fuckboys made forever, long-lasting, committed relationships? Let me know. Right? But that's what people want to hear. Or, you know what? You are in this is a love triangle, right? This is a third party situation. He's got another person pregnant, but he's going to leave her to come to you. He's going to leave her to come to you, right? And they've been together for 5 years. Make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like Casey said earlier, tarot makes sense. But people would rather you say, well, he's leaving the karmic to come to you now. If I don't see that, then I'm not going to tell you that, right? He's not leaving the karmic. He's there because he has a lot invested. That's the truth. Maybe they have a home together. They have vehicles. He's on the lease. He's not going to leave the karmic. He's there at least for a year until the lease is up. So if you want to keep hoping that he's leaving the karmic, good luck, because he ain't. And she's pregnant. So he's going to have to pay child support. So how is he going to help take care of you? I'm just trying to make it make sense here. Make it make sense. Right? But that's what people want to hear. He's leaving the karmic. He's going to reach out. He's coming to you. He's not. Well, I haven't heard from him in 9 months. Sis, why are you still thinking about him? Because he's not thinking about you. And if he does, the thought is like, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's in and it's out. The thought is in and it's out. Well, should I reach out to him? Well, what do you think? Sometimes when I'm reading for people, I just want to be like, what do you think? What do you think? If I haven't heard from somebody in 9 months, it's a wrap. I'm not going to call them. Okay, see, it's a wrap. I'm not going to call them and ask them, hey, I haven't heard from you in 5 years, but I was just wondering how you're doing. How's your life going? Do you have a new job? Are you still in the same place? Right, no name, right, you right. But it's like, sis, come on. I mean, right, Casey, us air signs. Yeah, like after 24 hours, be like, who is this? Who are you again? I'm sorry. Do I know you from something? Have we met, sir? Well, yeah, it's Joe. We just went on a date last week. Oh, that one. Oh, okay, right. Well, I mean, I haven't heard from you. you know? Joe, so how's it going? I haven't heard from you in 7 days. Hope life is treating you well. Because I'm great, right? Well, I just got busy. So you got busy from last Saturday to this Friday? Like what were you doing, Joe? Because the last time we conversed, you were unemployed. So maybe you found a job in 7 days, right? Last time we talked, you were, moving. Just saying, right? Like, who cares at this point? If I haven't heard from you, look, y'all can crack up laughing. If I haven't heard from you within the first 48, it's a homicide, and case closed. I'm done with it. First 48, you have 48 hours to solve this case. If you can't text or call, right? Whatever you need to do, blow smoke signals, whatever works for you, send a letter, postcard, but whatever you need to do to communicate in 48 hours, exactly, Casey, that's the other thing. So the tarot says, well, this person, he's not very stable. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, lazy, cough, cough. Fool in reverse, and Four of Wands, Seven of Swords. Not a good look, Joe. Not a good look for his reading, right? But the person on the other end is like, well, I wonder if he's worth my time, sis. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Fool in reverse, Seven of Swords. Right. Or he's telling you, oh, well, I need you to pay my phone bill. I need you to pay my phone bill. What? We just met. This hasn't even happened, but wait, in the first 48, I need $60 to keep my phone on. Stranger danger, right? The same thing we teach 5-year-olds. No. But I wonder if he could be the one. Can he be the one? Let's see, 1 + 1 is 2. We just met. He needs $60 to keep his phone on. Let me think about this. No, he's not the one. Let me think about it. No, he's not the one. I mean, a lot, yeah. No, he's not the one. Or you've been on a couple dates, and then all of a sudden communication kind of starts to fade out. And he's always talking about sex, because that's where his mind goes all the time. No talk of, future plans, career-wise, marriage, family, anything. No source of stability, but he's always talking about sex. Well, what are his intentions? Well, let's see. We got the Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. The Empress comes up. You might want to wrap it up. Because, yeah. You see what I'm saying? What are his intentions? Well, he seems like a really great guy, right? And he's got the Magician, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, a lot of wands. I'm just saying. Right, no name. I'm just saying, though. I mean, you can clearly see a lot of things. People show us who they are. They do. Sometimes we have, those rose-colored glasses on, and we don't want to see it. Exactly, Casey. Well, he told me that he's going to leave his baby mama that he's been with for 15 years. He's going to leave her, and he's going to get his own place. First of all, have you seen his place? He's getting his own place. But wait a minute, because then you'll start to see the lies and the inconsistencies, right? Yeah, he said he's working on it. let's fast forward to 2025. Well, how's Joe doing? He's getting his own place. Didn't Joe tell us that back in 2020 he was getting his own place? Exactly, Casey. And he's not working right now. He's in between jobs. She pays all the bills. The car is in her name. He's on her lease. So how's Joe getting his own place again? He's not working right now though. And how is Joe planning on moving out? Yeah, he doesn't have, they only have one car. He doesn't have his own transportation. How is Joe going to take you on a date? I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because you're right, men will tell you, that's the Knight of Wands energy. They will tell you what they think you want to hear. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Well, you're the person I've always wanted to be with. I just feel we vibe so well. And I love your spirituality, your energy. I just, right, Casey? I'm sorry to all the real Joes out there. Joe is my fictional, Joe is my fictional toxic, unprepared, masculine. Just so y'all know. And we'll call the feminine, who's unhealed, toxic, naive, and unprepared, is we'll call her Karen, because we have Karens, okay? These are fictitious situations, okay? Yeah, I don't know where that came from, no name. Sorry about that. I don't even know where that came from. Don't even know where that came from. But yeah, thanks, mods. Y'all are on it. It's just, yeah, it's those people who don't have their shit together, but they're dating. Remember, we had this girls' chat a while back. You should not be dating if, right? Women too. It applies to women too, right? True story, you guys. When I first met my DM like 2 years ago, when I was ignoring him, hardcore, I was not in a place to be dating anyone. I was not. And he tried, and I knew I was not in a place to be doing that. And I knew that not financially, but emotionally, I was not ready for that. Because I hadn't fully gotten over or dealt with the last, I can't call that a breakup. That was a ghosting. Yeah, so I hadn't gotten over the ghosting. First of all, that in and of itself was difficult for me to get over. The fact that someone had ghosted me like that. But the really hard part about that was accepting the fact that I allowed myself to be played in such a way. So, so when my now DM came to approach me 2 years ago, I was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't. And because I knew I was not in a place. I was not in a place. That is the hard part, no name. Accepting, right? Like I said, hardcore, real shit, real talk. Hardcore accepting that you allow the toxicity into your life, because there were signs. For me, there were signs that this person was not going to be a stable person. I had all the damn signs around me, and I chose to ignore them, deny them, and say, but he's a really nice guy. There's a difference in being a good man and a nice guy. What's the difference here? Right? A good man, his intentions, his heart is pure. Emotion, Casey, emotion. Emotions, like No Name said earlier, emotions. Yep, exactly. Emotions get in the way and they really cloud your judgment. They do. especially if you've been intimate with that person, it clouds judgment. So where you would normally be able to think outside, take a step back and have more of an eagle's eye view of this person from a more analytical standpoint. Right, Casey? Hey, hey, TAF and Pets. Welcome to the chat, love. Where normally logic and reason comes in, when you're in love, right, or lust, emotions take over. And so, either you're hot and heavy, you're horny, you want to be with this person, and so you don't see all the faults. Tony, yes. I was going to say Tony, but then I was like, I don't want to say the wrong name. Thank you, Tony. Tony, we have missed you. I know that you are definitely one of my true supporters, viewers. But yeah, you don't pay attention to the signs. He could be doing cartwheels in the living room floor. And you're like, oh, it's okay. He knocked the vase over. He's so cute. I just love his dimples. He just knocked over your $100,000 vase. But his dimples. I just love to see him smile. And he has pretty teeth. She is, Tony. Oh man. But yeah, that's why we be ignoring them red flags, Casey, because we be all in our feelings. Like, I just really love him and I want to be with him and he's so cute. Nah. But he's rude, He's rude. He's selfish. He's overly sexual, Right, Tony, Scorpio season's over. Now we're into Sagittarius season. So, we ignore the red flags. And part of it is, like No Name said, our ego. Exactly. Dumb, young, dumb, and broke. That's a song. Young, dumb, and broke. Yeah. I've heard that as well, No Name, and I agree with that too. Usually 3 to 6 months. Usually 3 to 6 months. But everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. I'm not here to judge. But I know from my personal experience, usually 3 months is a good time for you to really tell. It's different for everybody, Casey. It's different for everybody. But me personally, yes, 3 to 6 months, that's a good enough time for you to figure out, okay, I see where things are going. We've been on some dates. We've had some conversations. Some of them don't. That's the thing, No Name. Some of them don't. So, hi, B. Floyd. Welcome back. You just have to use your own discretion. Right? Yes, No Name. 90 days. Like 90-day fiance, 90-day probationary period, 90 days. Right. You're right, No Name. You are right. Let me tell you why. Because everybody that I've dated that's folded, it usually happens between 4 to 6 months. Everybody who couldn't last, who couldn't deal, or I couldn't deal, 4 to 6 months. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. Right, Tony, but like No Name said, you do you, boo. But yeah, I've had that same experience where usually after about 6 months, this is like 6 months for me personally is that make or break stage. Like, we're going to find out who's a man or who's a mouse, right? Who's a man or who's a mouse? And if you're a mouse, you can go right back under the house where you crawled from. because we're not about that life. But usually about 6 months, it's kind of like the honeymoon stage. It's kind of like, it's starting to dwindle. Good, Tony. Right, you start to see some heated moments. Hey, Valerie. 6 months is a time for you to really right. 6 months is a time for you to really reevaluate. After a year, you should know what you want to do. That's it. After 12 months is long enough time for anyone, man or female, to figure out what they want to do. What are their intentions, where it's going. 12 months. Doesn't take you 12 months to figure it out. Like Casey said, she knows if she likes you in 3 to 6 months. Right? 3 to 6 months. Right? That's the Gemini coming out. Casey, that's the Gemini. It does not take you 12 months to figure out if I'm going to be your lifelong person. It doesn't take you 12 months to figure that out. If it does, you're slow and I need to let you go anyway. But yeah, I mean, different strokes for different folks. But usually they say the honeymoon phase is like between that 3 and 6 month part. Yeah, and if you start seeing red flags in 2 days, run. Just run. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You start seeing red flags. Exactly. That's exactly why you take your time. Y'all, I cannot stress that enough. Me being an air sign and having all the impatience in the world. Yeah, I mean, you don't know a person within a year, but it doesn't take you a year to figure out, especially for a man. This is coming from a male perspective, right? It doesn't take a man a year to figure out if the woman that he wants to be with is going to be the woman that he's either going to marry or stay in a long-term committed relationship with. Because once a man has been with you at least a year, he's normally 75% of the time very committed. Yeah. But that's the thing. After that honeymoon phase, Tony, falls off. After that honeymoon phase falls off, you get to see a whole lot of stuff. Exactly, we have. So I definitely send you love and blessings, Valerie, because that's tough. That's very tough. Yeah, I mean, you never know. We can never know because we're people, we're human beings, right? We never know. Somebody can change. Hell, that's like serial killers. Some people be like, oh, well, what's the name of this guy in Ohio that he had murdered all these women? And they were like, he was such a nice neighbor. What's his name? Anthony Sowell, Ohio. He had murdered all these women. And they were like, well, he was such a nice guy. The man across the street, he had murdered 11 women. 11 women in his house. They found the bodies. Police found the bodies in the backyard and in the house. His neighbors were like, he seemed like he was real quiet. He came out and he helped clean up the neighborhood. He came across the street. He seemed like a really nice guy, right? He seemed like a really nice guy. All this time. All this time. Cray cray. This was back in 2008. 8 or 11. It was in Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. And Google him, no name, Anthony Sowell. He was indicted on 11 charges of murder and rape, and that wasn't the first time he had had a run-in with the law. He had previously served 15 years for rape, and he had previously served 15 years for rape. I just recently seen the documentary. But the fact that a lot of those types of people, like Casey said, they have nice personalities. They're nice people. I would have never guessed. He's over here got this woman tied up in the house. No, Tony, they didn't know. You know how the neighbors found something funny? A smell. Casey, a smell. They smelled something. They thought it was the meat shop. It was dead bodies, is what it was. The documentary is on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. I watched it. It's terrible. Terrible. And it's just like, you see what I'm saying? There's a difference between personality. Nice, remember this, ladies. Nice is a personality trait. Honest is a character trait. There's a difference. There's a difference. Character versus personality. Character is at the core of your being. Character is who you are, what your value system, your morals, your beliefs, your standards. That is your character. That is what makes up the core of who you are as a person. Whether you're respectful, you're responsible, you're honest, that's your character. Whether you're funny, you're artistic, it's personality. Yeah, you're funny, that's a personality trait. That's your personality. You're shy, that's a personality trait, right? You're quiet, that's a personality trait. Your character, dishonest or irresponsible. It's character. It's character. Because usually people's character is not something that can be changed overnight. Personalities they're interchangeable. One minute somebody can be quiet, the next minute they can be loud, you know? Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying here? So there's personality versus character. That's what you have to decipher when you're dating people, when you're talking to people, when you're allowing people in your energy. What is this person's character? The core of who they really are. Are they really giving? Are they really loving? Or is this person very selfish? What type of person am I dealing with here? Yeah. Hey, Queen. Exactly, Casey. Hey, Queen Love, welcome back. We've been having quite the chat tonight. Let's do a recap for Queen, y'all. Shall we? What did we talk about? We talked about be wary of fake supporters. People who lie and say that they're there for you, but really they're coming in to steal ideas, steal your creativity, and use it elsewhere. Using your intuition. If you have a gut feeling about something, trust it. Trust it. My intuition has saved my life. Your intuition is there for a reason. Loving is a personality trait, but so is selfishness. It's a personality trait. This person is very selfish. Disrespectful is a character trait, just like being respectful is a character trait, right? Does that make sense? We talked about red flags. We did. Anybody that only calls you I'm not tonight, Queen, but I will be, what's tomorrow? I will be Friday night. But if you need a reading, email me and I will do one personally for you. Okay? This was just a girl's chat. But yeah. I wanted to talk about you, trusting your intuition, right? Following your gut instincts. Don't second guess it. If you feel a certain energy, a certain vibe from a certain person, place, or thing, and it's not a good energy or a good vibe, block, delete, remove. Self-care, exactly, Casey. Setting healthy boundaries. And a part of setting healthy boundaries is removing toxicity from your life, period. Sometimes people need to be confronted. Casey. Yes, we were talking about, which is where you just came in, the difference between personality and character. We also talked about fact or fantasy, right? When it comes to the tarot, right? I think we're gonna have, um, I think I'm gonna try to spice it up a little bit and have Tarot Talk Tuesday. I don't know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all feel about it. Comment below the video. But I think Tarot Talk Tuesday would be great. In addition to Girl Chat. It depends on the situation, no name, and it depends on what you are energetically ready to face head on. For myself, I've needed to confront people, individuals, like the girl I told y'all about, the ex-coworker that tried to call me out on blocking her. It's something that I want to start implementing on my channel, No Name, to help people get familiar with the tarot, but also to discuss what tarot is and what tarot is not about. So people can become more comfortable with it and not be so shy or so afraid to get a reading. Like I had a guy come into my channel the last time and he was kind of a little bit skeptical about it, you know, and he actually enjoyed his reading. So, yeah. But it's up to you, you know, whether or not you want to confront. But some people, like family members, they have to be confronted head on. They have to be told, stay in your lane. Stay out of my business. Stop asking me personal questions. It's none of your business. It's okay for you to tell people that. People get scared. Well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to hurt her feelings. They didn't care about yours when they called you asking you where you been all weekend. They didn't care. Well, who is he and why are you seeing him? First of all, I'm a grown-up. Okay? Who I date and who I don't date is none of your business. How long we've been together is none of your business. Where this is going is none of your business. Right? Right, Casey. Right, exactly. But some people have the audacity to ask you all kinds of personal questions, and you are not obligated to give them that type of information. Exactly, No Name. And some people struggle with, like I had struggled with restraining myself at one point in time. I was like, somebody just asked me a question and I just tell them the truth. But sometimes people are not ready for the truth, right? I mean, do you like, sometimes people ask you, what are you doing? Do you really want to know what I'm doing or where I'm going? Do you really want to know the answer to that question? Because you might not like what I'm about to tell you, right? So I learned discretion over a period of time. Certain things are not everybody's business. Certain things should not be posted all over social media. Certain things are just to be kept private, period. But you always have those people who, you know, right, Casey? I thought it was a commercial. I didn't even know it was a movie. I thought it was a commercial. But people will ask you questions, and then when you don't answer them directly, they get offended. Well, it was just a question. Okay, well, it's just my life, and it's just my business. I'm not obligated to tell you every little thing that happens in my life. I'm not. My life is not a freaking soap opera. But you have those people. You have those people who will try you. Oh, so you're dating him now? Oh, well, when's the wedding? You see what I'm saying here? Invasive, right? Oh, that's what it is. I remember that movie, Casey. Now that you say it, I remember it. Oh, really? And then this starts. Well, I don't care about what you heard. Well, I heard that he doesn't have a lot of money. He doesn't come from a really good household. He struggles with addictions. He has these type of issues. I don't really think he's a good fit for you. And this will be the person that's, they're your friend. And they're like, well, I'm just looking out for you. Are you? Are you? Be careful of those type of people. Or are you jealous of the fact that you're single at this point, not in a relationship, and haven't been in a very long time, and you see me happy? See what I'm saying? That's why some things are meant to be, some things are meant to be private. Right, Casey. I noticed that. I peeped that. So it's like, are you? Well, I would just, be wary of people who call you and just like, or they message you, DM you on Instagram or whatever. I'm just seeing how you're doing. I haven't heard from you in 5 months. You're concerned about my well-being? I mean, I could have died. Now you're concerned. A year later, you're concerned, right? And I'm supposed to believe that you're concerned. I swear. We also talked about truth. We talked about truth in tarot, sugarcoating shit, telling people fairy tale, fantasy, lollipops, and rainbows when that's not the truth of their situation, because emotion rules out logic, and people want to hear that their masculine, who's in a karmic situation, is leaving the karmic to come to them, and it's not happening. Or he's not a good qualified candidate for the job as a husband, partner, hell, as a human being. He's not qualified for the job, period. But they want you to tell them that he's great. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. When you clearly have the Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. You see what I'm saying with this? So, that's not a good sign. Okay? Spirit's telling you. He's going to be in and out. Knight of Wands, player. Five of Wands, he's going to be in and out with the communication. He could be manipulating the situation. Casey, just a little bit of emotion, just a little bit. But people want you to tell them that it's going to be all lollipops and rainbows. Some readers are just blunt. Honey, Ace of Wands, he just wants to fuck. That's what he wants to do. I don't know how else to tell you this. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Five of Swords. Well, I really see myself with him in the future. That's really great. That's great that you see him with you in the future, but he doesn't see himself with you. Five of Swords. Yeah. Five of Swords. He doesn't see himself with you. I mean, he doesn't. He hasn't really been responding to my texts. I wonder why. Because he was able to use his wand and he's out of there. Two of Swords. Right? Ace of Wands, Two of Swords. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's the energy that he carried. Well, I really was wanting something committed. Okay, well, what happened? What happened? Or he, Right, Casey. Eight of Wands, action. That's what happened. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Or you got the Three of Pentacles here. You got the Three of Cups. Three's a crowd. Three's a crowd. We've got the Empress, the Queen of Wands. He could still be with his child's mother, right? He could still, Four of Wands, he could still be in a committed relationship here. I'm just throwing out scenarios in the tarot, right? And people want you to tell him a good story. Well, he sees you as the Empress. No, that's his baby mama, right? The Empress next to the Queen of Wands. She's controlling the situation, just so you know. Right, Casey? She's controlling the situation, just so you know. They live together, Four of Wands. They kind of have their own little family unit going on there. I mean, there's always going to be that thing. If you deal with someone who has a child, there's always going to be that person right? That mother that's attached somewhere in the backstretch. And that's, and no name, that's a personal choice. I mean, that's, some people date people with children. I certainly wouldn't want to be ousted if I was a single mom and I was looking for a good quality man to have a family with, to build a family with, or something structural, just because I have children, I have a small child, and he'd be like, oh well, I don't want to date you because you have a 3-year-old. I just put myself in other people's shoes. Um, that's why I can't say that. If he has a child, don't deal with him. But just know that if he has a child, whether they're 4 or 14, it's not going to be easy because they have a parent. Exactly, Casey. Exactly. They have kids. So you have to take that into consideration when you're dealing with this person, which is why the advice to take your time is so imperative. You have got to be patient. You've got to take your time, and you've got to have those heart-to-heart conversations and really get to know the person that you're dealing with. Because, I mean, some people, they're serious. They know what they want. Them and the other parent, they co-parent for the sake of the child. They're no longer in love with each other, and they're ready to move on with their lives separately, apart from each other, outside of the child. But then you have those people who still have feelings for each other. That's a whole nother situation. You don't intrude. You don't intrude. I mean, if that child, like, that's to say, like, if my DM, which his children are older, if his children were small, I would treat those children like my children when they come to me. I would give them the same love. I would give them the same love that I would my very own child, as if I had given birth to those children. That's my job. My job is to love and support, just like it is for their father, to love and support, I think it takes time. No name. I think it takes time. You just have to be loving and supportive regardless of the situation, and be patient with everybody, because it's not easy. It's not I tell you that it's not easy dealing with someone who has children. But like I said, it could be a good quality man. It could be, but the fact that he has children with someone else is always going to be it's going to be a part of your life, which is why they say you become one, because she has nothing to do with you, right? You have your home, she has hers. She doesn't need to know about you, and you don't need to know about her, other than the fact that he has kids, right? Keep it separate. Keep it professional. He goes and gets his kids, he sees his kids, he brings them to your house, you feed them, you love them, and they go back home. Like, it's pretty simple. I know, because my family was like that growing up. My mom took care of kids that were not hers. It happens. Or a kid, I should say. Yeah, she took care of a kid that was not hers. But I mean, he's family to us. He's always my brother. But you make it work. You make it work for the sake of the child. You're concerned about the child. You're not even concerned about the mother, And at some point, if the mother is mature, if she's mature, you two can actually develop a very healthy relationship. No, I would let him, because he is the denominator here, the common denominator. I would let him do that. I would let him make that arrangement, because that's his responsibility. That's his child. So he and I would have that conversation. How do you want this to go? Like, you know what I mean? How do you want this to go? Do you want me and the your child's mother to right. Right, Casey, right. Do you want us to get to know each other? Do you want us to be like besties? Because I mean, we can go get a pedicure and a manicure together if you want while we're talking about the toddlers. That's fine. That's just, you know, give us a couple hundred and we'll be back. Right? I mean, me being my talkative self, I'm pretty easygoing and I can get along with just about anybody. So yeah, I mean, it's like what you want to do, you know. But like I said, I'm not a confrontational person, so it's like, sis, you the one that's got kids with him, so you know what I'm saying. If your children are going to be at my home, you might want to kind of know what my life is like, how I live, if I'm clean, you know what I mean, if I'm a healthy person. Right, exactly. So that's something that she needs to question him about. And then he can say, you know what, y'all can arrange to talk to each other or whatever the case may be. So it's a peaceful situation. Right, Casey? Like, it's a peaceful situation. Like, let's go and get some food together, you know? Let's go get the kids clothes for school. Like, yeah. Why not? I mean, but he's the common denominator, so he would have to set the stage for, honestly, the man plays a critical role here because the two women can get along, they can become best friends, or, or they can, you know, fight. So I feel like he plays a critical role there, you know? But it's up to him. He may not even want you to know. Right? We can talk shit together. We can have a little, you know, get us some wine coolers or whatever, something to drink, and we can just talk shit about them together. Why not? I mean, you know. But yeah, like, we could be best friends. And he was like, so y'all are doing this to me now? Like, I mean, yeah, we bonded over the kids, you know. They are, but children, especially when they're small children, no name, children are so loving, they're so forgiving. Like, a child can get a spanking and they'll come right back to you and they'll hug your neck, they'll give you a kiss. Small children are so forgiving. Like, they're so innocent in the sense that children don't hold grudges like adults do. Like, they'll forget that they got a spanking last week. Like, it doesn't, exactly, Casey, it doesn't faze them. And I so wish that we as adults could be like that sometimes. Like, when we don't hold stuff against people. Children don't. Children can be left in some of the most horrific situations and they still love their parents. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Crackheads have kids. And those children still love their mother. Like, that's the bond. That's the bond. Children are so forgiving. They're so forgiving. So, you know, children are not, they're not like adults. They don't hold grudges. They don't, you know what I mean? They love people. Children are more curious than anything. They may ask you, well, yeah. Right, Casey. That's the other thing. Children are, well, that's not what my mom said. That's not what my mom said. We're not talking about your mom. We're talking about what are you doing at school tomorrow? You know? Well, Dad said, what did Dad say? You know, that's kids for you. But they don't, you know, children are just so, like, that's what I love about children. Like, the energy that children bring, it's beautiful because, like, children hear you, but they're not, like, they take it, like, with whatever you say, they take it with a grain of salt, some of the things you say, and then there's other things, like, they're like, Mom said, don't go in there because there's something in there I'm not supposed to see. So they remember that one thing, you know? But I mean, yeah, children, once you build a bond with children, it's great from there. They just have to know that they can trust you and that you show love to them and they will give it right back. You're very blunt. And that's when you just kindly remind a child, oh, you're asking, that's a personal question. That's a personal question. We're not asking personal questions today. We're not going to do it, Jimmy. We're not asking personal questions. Right. Go on in there and eat your cookies. We're not asking personal questions today. Right. And you just redirect them. Yeah, you just redirect them. Go on and eat your ice cream, right? Right. Can I have a bite of your cookie? While you're asking me where are we going, can I have a bite of your cookie? I mean, children are just so, what's the word? They're adaptable. They're adaptable. While he's asking you an uncomfortable question, you just change the subject. It works like a charm. Did you finish your homework, Jimmy? Julian, where's your backpack? Do you have all your stuff for school tomorrow? Okay, great. Thanks. We needed to make sure. Yeah. Yeah. Are you excited about the trip we're taking next week? Great. Children, you just redirect them. And they'll go with the flow. They'll go with the flow. Yeah. Right. It's Julian or Joe. Julian or Joe. Right, Casey. And then the only thing they care about is, well, what did you do at TT's house? I had popsicles. Okay, so that's the main concern today is popsicles. Exactly, Casey. So let's do nothing all day and eat popsicles because that's what matters. Right? I wish my life was that easy. Like, yeah, exactly. Talk. And remember that time when we went to the zoo and we saw the giraffes? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Right? Children, they're not, you don't have nothing to worry about with them. Life is all about popsicles and riding your big wheel. I mean, I wish that was the story of my life, unfortunately. I wish I had a popsicle and a big wheel because I wouldn't have a car note. Well, you know. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Kids are, they're adaptable, right? My budget would be so much cheaper if I had a big wheel and a popsicle. Yeah, teenagers are a whole different situation. They are. But I find with teenagers, you just got to keep it real. You do. You have to keep it real. Because they're in that transition, they're in teenagers to me are very much in Scorpio energy. They're always in that transformation, brooding type energy. Casey, and so is my baby sister currently. Yeah, the baby, he craves popsicles. That's all she craves is popsicles. And I'm like, how many popsicles are you eating? So, yeah. Mine has been sugar cookies. But, kids are so, that's what I love about them. Like, it's the smallest things that make them happy. And it doesn't take much to make them excited. They're like, oh, wow. Look at these pink boots. So they're excited about the pink boots. And that's all you hear about for the rest of the day. The pink boots with the fur. Right, Casey. Exactly, Aquarian light. It's the lovely energy. I'm so excited to be an aunt. Right, Casey. I'm so excited to be an aunt because I already see really fun times with my nephew because I feel like he'll be highly talkative, very talkative. because we are. My sister is, um, her fiance is, like, we're just, we're also, thank you, no name. But he's already, he's feisty. So I'm really excited about it because I'm sure he's going to ask me questions and we're going to talk. But I mean, that's what it is. Children are they're so raw and pure in form. Like, even if they say something that we adults would take offensively, like one of my cousin's children, we were in the grocery store, and there was a lady who was walking with she was walking with a limp because I think there was something wrong with her knee. And children just you have to explain things. It's always, every moment with a child, like a small child, is an educational moment because of, like, Mom, why is she walking funny? Oh, yeah, it's great. Here go. Why is she walking funny? Because, sweetheart, she has what's called a disability. She doesn't have, like, how you're able to run. She's not able to do that, right? So be careful of what you say because you don't want to hurt her feelings, right? So that's an opportunity for you to explain to the child, this person is in a wheelchair, or this person has a disability, a speech impediment. Children are always learning. Like Casey said, they're curious. They're curious. They want to know. They want to know. They want to know. Favorite question: why? Well, why is that? Well, why? Why do I have to do this? Why? And a lot of people will just be like, because I told you to. No. It's a lot of explaining. You're right, according to Mike. It's a lot of explaining. And every opportunity is an opportunity for you to educate, to teach, to guide, to instruct. Y'all, this is the funniest story. So we were visiting someone, and my baby sister, she was 2 at the time. Mind you, my mom is a clean freak. She's a neat fanatic. So we never ever had bugs, roaches, any of that. We just never ever did because my mom was such a clean freak. Exactly, no name. And that's where you educate and say it's not polite to point your finger. It's not polite to stare. It's not polite to say certain things. And like I said, it's always a teaching. It's always a moment of education for children because they're learning. They are learning the world and the environment around them. So children are sponges and they take up everything that's said or done in front of them. So you take every opportunity to teach. So my sister, we were somewhere and my sister saw a roach. That was it. My mom was so embarrassed because she goes, ew, there's a roach in their house. And my mom's like, her eyes got real big. And she's like, come here. Come here. And she just takes my sister out. And I know they had a talk because I could see my sister's little face. Like, she was like, yes, Mom. And Mom brought her back in as if nothing ever happened. All's well that ends well. But it was so hilarious. I was a teenager at this point, so I bust out laughing because it was the most hilarious thing that ever came out of her mouth. And my mom's like, don't laugh at her, don't laugh at her. And you could just clearly see, I remember seeing that she was just being so pure, and she was just shocked by what she saw. So, because she'd never seen that. Right. She'd never seen roaches. So she was just, she was shocked. So, of course, my mom took the opportunity to educate and say, hey, we can't go to people's homes and say that. But then again, my mom didn't stop her because, in a sense, it was great that she pointed it out. Because she wouldn't want her eating at someone's house where there's bugs. You see what I'm saying? not healthy situation. Um, yeah. So you know that show, Kids Say the Darnest Things, is true. It's true. Yeah. That, you know what? There's a few situations like that. My sister, one time we were coming out of a, I think we were coming out of a church service, and a guy came out and his hair was, I think his hair was in like little twists all over his head. And she said, "Ooh, mom, that looks so ugly." And she said it out loud. No, no bars held. She wasn't, you could tell that she was just, that was how she felt about it. And my mom, of course, again, let's go. I mean, my sister's just, she's just always been vocal, like from very young, very vocal. So my mom's like, listen, it's okay for you to have an opinion, but you don't want to blurt your opinion out because you don't want to offend anyone. So again, it's always this, the constant, okay, don't do this, don't say that, this is why we do this is why we don't do that, this is what you can do, this is what's not allowed, this is acceptable, this is unacceptable, right? That's the thing with children. But yeah, yeah. You guys, it's almost 9:30. I didn't realize we've been here this long. Right, right, Aisha. Just very, very blunt. She was very blunt about how she felt about his hair. She was like, "Ooh, it looks ugly." And my mom said, which now thinking back about it, this was like a long time ago, you guys. 20 something years ago. But she says to my sister, "Well, what do you think about it?" And my sister said, "It looks like a spider." And that was her perception of the guy's hair. And I'm just like, wow. The boldness, the boldness, wow, his hair is just ugly. And she wasn't meaning to offend him. He heard her and he laughed about it. He didn't take it any kind of way. Right, Casey? But my mom's like, "Well, what do you think about it?" And she's like, "His hair looks like a spider." And I'm like, where did she get that from? I don't know. I don't even know where she got that from. But in her mind, it looked wild. So, yeah, he heard it. Anything that my sister has ever said has been heard. That's just her personality. And so, as a parent, like my mom, you just learn to embrace the personality and work with it. So I think, yeah, I was quiet when I was that age. I didn't start to get vocal until my teenage years. Yeah. No, he was laughing. This guy, she was two, she was 2 or 3, and he was like maybe 14 or 15. The young man she was saying about, and I laughed because I actually thought what she said. I thought what my baby sister said. So I thought it was quite comical. And my mom's like, of course, you guys know me. I'm always getting in trouble because I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard because I'm like, I can't. Her audacity just tickled me. The fact that she said it. So my mom's like, "You gotta quit laughing at her when she says stuff." And I'm like, but it was funny though. So, I mean, it was funny. When something is funny, your reaction is to laugh. I mean, I'm just saying. So, y'all, I mean, so, it's funny. Um, I'm such a clown, y'all. I'm such a clown. So, like a few days ago, someone told me that that someone else they knew fell into a trash can. They fell into a trash can. Yeah. And this person is an adult. So I'm trying to figure out how they fell in, right? So I'm asking these questions. I'm like, well, how did he fall in the trash can? Well, he slipped. He was dumping stuff out and he fell into the trash. In my mind, my first reaction, I bust into laughter. I was like, so he fell into the trash? I mean, and I was like, you know what? I'm probably not supposed to be laughing because it's not funny, but it was. But it was. I was still trying to figure it out. Okay, so that's not the worst part, right? So they stayed in the trash for about 4 hours. I can't even tell the story. He stayed in the trash for 4 hours until he finally piled up enough of the trash to hop out. And when he came out, he looked like Oscar the Grouch. So, mind you, this person was at work when this happened. So I'm like, so you went missing for 4 hours? Because that's a really long time to go missing. And no one said anything. So at this point, you guys, I'm in tears. I'm laughing. They were like, it's not funny. I mean, they're like, it's not funny, but I can't help it. It is. It's hilarious. Because who stays in the trash for 4 hours? So, yeah, I was concerned. Yeah. Some of the stuff I hear sometimes, I'm just like, wow. Just wow. What happened here? Right. And I'm like, so he didn't have a phone, an Apple Watch, he didn't make noise, like, hey, I'm in the trash, somebody come get me. Nothing. So I'm just laughing. Hearing this story. And they're telling me this story with a straight face. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, how is this possible? Like, I'm trying to, no, actually, no name. They literally, legitly went to dump some stuff out. And I don't know how the facility is set up, but supposedly there was something wet on the pavement and whoop, slipped over into the trash. Look, this is the detail that I was given. They were, they took a nap. I don't know. They were in there for 4 hours. I don't know. So they got mad enough and finally figured out a way out. So they put up a whole bunch of trash and hopped out. So that's how they got out. But I'm just like, really? Like, you can't be serious. They were serious. Right? Y'all, the stuff I hear, I swear. Anywho, it's been fun, you guys. Queen, I didn't forget you, so I will do your personal reading here as soon as I get off the live. You guys, if you have any suggestions for readings or any other topics for girl chats, let me know. DM me, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, right? Aquarian Empress Tarot hashtag. Or follow me here, subscribe, like, comment. I'm posting content. So far I have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. I'm trying to post those videos tonight, so y'all go check those out. All right. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and we will be back. Oh, that's terrible, Aquarian Light. That's terrible. I hope she's okay. Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Love you guys.